The book I'm currently working on, The Angel Scrolls, is written in a question and answer format. I ask a question, and then, through meditation or a process called automatic dictation, I write down what comes to me from the angelic realm. This particular question was about all of the political division in the world today. Question: I've noticed that you have referred to greedy politicians in some of the previous narratives. I can't help but feel that you have been alluding to all of the political divisions that have been taking place in the United States and even across the world these days. To me and others, it seems like politics have become a cult, and those who follow certain politicians or political parties will do whatever their leaders tell them to do without question, even if what they tell them to do is contrary to basic human decency and morality. Even those who call themselves religious give in to acts of violence, racism, and hatred toward others. What do the angels say about all of this?
We are very aware of what is happening in your world on the political landscape. It burdens our hearts to see so many blindly following those who manipulate them for their own political power and gain. But sadly, this is what transpires when a society abandons God or tries to shape God in their own flawed image. If a society wishes to be more secular and pulls away from their faith in God, what will they put their faith in, or what will they replace it with? They will put their faith in such things as money, politicians, and those they look up to and admire. And sadly, this is what some of your politicians desire, to have individuals look up to the state instead of their creator, much like those who follow the Marxist philosophy. These individuals know that total allegiance equates to total obedience, and this is what they desire most. Make no mistake, there are those in your world who want absolute power over every aspect of life and every resource. They fancy themselves to be chosen, special and qualified to make decisions for everyone else. They also feel that they are somehow entitled to all of the world's resources and riches. To them, they are the ones who produce these resources and riches through their industries, so in short, it is their possession and precious commodity. Their philosophy brings them to believe that they are somehow the lords and the keepers of the earth and all of the wealth thereof. This is a mindset that will certainly lead to corruption and compassionless leadership in the future. In fact, you are already starting to see many of the earmarks of this in your world. In the same way, as the common man and woman in your society moves further away from the love of the Creator, they will look to fill that gaping hole in their souls with something they feel brings them meaning and even a sense of personal power and belonging. And very often, politics will be the idol in which they turn to and bow the knee. There is something within human nature that feels empowered by the we, even if the we is corrupt and void of godly values. Group mentality is a great snare for many. You must also think of it in this way. There are many individuals who hold an image of God as being a dictator who rewards those he is pleased with and destroys those whom he despises. They see God as jealous, vengeful, and against certain individuals. It is easy for people who hold this flawed image of the divine to see unscrupulous men as being almost godlike when they too possess such questionable characteristics that are mistaken for godliness. It also becomes easy for individuals who have no faith at all to admire such men, because they see such personalities and leaders as being powerful and someone worthy to emulate. Often, a large number of people will not see the flaws of this erroneous way of reasoning. Some are blinded by their own spiritual and moral indifference. But many religious people fall into this trap of ignorance because they have long held onto a distorted faith that never gave them a higher rendition of God for their own consciousness to rise up to. Therefore, the evolution and maturity of their own souls have been stunted. Many have fallen into these base and superstitious beliefs that spread harm across the earth rather than promote peace and goodwill. The reasoning of such people therefore is, if it is okay for God to be violent, hateful and warlike, then it is certainly okay for their leaders, and even themselves, to act in kind. Do you not see how such beliefs can cause much damage in your world? The phrase, God hates, does not square with the truth that God is love. Your world must return to love, Sarah, your guardian angel.